All right. So I did the math laughs, and that was just a little joke that they told. That one, you don't have to do that. It's kind of a little brain break. Just gives you time to just kind of rest and laugh at something. It was a pretty good joke, I thought. Next is pair and compare. And it says pick the correct symbol to compare the values. You have 60 seconds. So you're going to try to get as many as you can done. 1/2 and 1. I know that 2/2 would be 1 whole, so I'm going to say less than. 2/2 is equal to 1 whole. 3/2 is more than 2/2, so that is greater than 1 whole. 1/3. 3/3 would be equal to 1, so that is less than. 3/3 is equal to. 4/3 greater than. 1/5. 5/5 is equal to 1 whole, so I'm going to go less than, equal to, greater than, less than. 10/10 is my equal to. There it is. And I think that before I see it, so that I know what I'm looking for. I know if the numerator is higher than 10, it's greater than 1. Here, I would say, oh, I got 13. I'm done. I don't want to keep doing that, so it gives me the done. Okay, now you'll notice it opens my learning lab. Sometimes it's a learning lab, sometimes it's a math chat. Today it's a learning lab. So I click start on that. This is my lesson. So 1 represents 2, and you might be thinking, what? But he's going to explain it.
What's up, Math All-Stars? Today we surveyed a classroom just like yours to find out everyone's favorite ice cream.
So you remember from lesson 1, we were talking about flavors of ice cream.
For an ice cream party. We tallied the results and put them on a picture graph. Let's check it out.
Okay, so here's our picture graph. I gotta click next. Come on, Miss French. Okay, so there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that wanted chocolate, 2 that wanted vanilla, 4 that wanted cookies and cream, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that wanted mint chip, and 4 that wanted strawberry. It says, which flavor did most students choose? I better look for the one with the most. That was chocolate. And it tells me, yep, you got it. How many students chose chocolate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Click my 6 and enter.
Nice job reading the picture graph. Are you ready to look at it?
Listen to what he has to say. This is the teaching piece.
We surveyed another class
to
find out their favorite ice cream flavor.
Now, this graph looks a little different.
So to fit all the data on one graph, we made each ice cream cone represent 2 students. How many students chose chocolate as their favorite flavor?
Okay, so here's where the difference comes in with these 2 lessons. Each ice cream cone in these pictures represents 2 students. So in the first lesson, they each represented 1 student. In this one, they represent 2. So I've got to count by 2s when I count these. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, and 2. There were more students here, so they wanted to use less. They didn't want, 8 in a row. That's a lot, and you might get off on your counting. Where if we make each one of them worth 2, then that gives us a little bit of leeway. Okay, it says, so let's think about the graph to find out how many students chose chocolate. How many students does each cone in the picture represent? Well, in the last one, they represented 1, but this is the key. This is called a key to the graph, and each one represents 2. So chocolate, 2, 4, 6. How many cones? Oh, look at that. Miss French got too fast there. How many cones are in the chocolate column? How many cones do we see there? 3. I got to hurry because my video is going to end again. There are 3 cones, and they represent 2 students. Skip count by 3s. 2, 4, 6. Enter. So how many students chose chocolate as their favorite? 6. All right. There will be a third video now.
Chocolate cone, and each cone represents 2 students.